Welcome back to Satisfactory. We've got a couple of tasks to do, and I really want to get the... Let's edit my to-do list and start the turbo tower. We're not going to finish it because we need 800 crystal oscillators. An absolute crazy amount. So let's make a few of those while we can. Store all this, pick that back up, pick this up over here, drop these off, work those down. Maybe go so far as to do it again. Bring back the absolute maximum amount of crystals that we can. So that's one. We've got maybe 2 in our inventory. So we'll maybe be able to be 3 or 4 of these before we're going to have to wait for some crystal oscillators to get made. What hard drive did we find? A molded beam? No. Quick wire. Well, Caterium wire is actually kind of tempting. But no. Well, no. Duh. Should have taken the wire. Petroleum coke and copper. That's probably the most likely that I'll use, and I'm not going to use either one of those. Petroleum coke. Just not my thing. Oh yeah, we also need shards. Forgot that each one of those has a power shard as part of it. I think we have some shards to be made over here if we don't have someone sitting around. Okay, we don't have any sitting around, unfortunately. Let's see here. Lots of remains. Good chunk of purple power slugs. Always double it, right? So instead of getting 5, we get 10. That's going to take the full minute. My secondary temptation is to start the process because we know we're going to want some coupons for the purposes of buying drone parts, radios and such. Of course, we're also going to need them just to get through the aluminum side of things. Oh, maybe I should just build an aluminum factory. We'll just go with this. And then since the spitter, we got the mostly spitter. So since this is a ton of this, since it's a ton of this, we'll just let this go. Actually, looks like that's going to get cranked out. That doesn't take any time. But at the very least, we want to get our 80 shards. Protein, turn that protein into DNA sample, doubling it again. It turns into a pretty good amount of coupons. Happy with that. Let's get our first build in place. I'm thinking a little bit of a base. Right, I think I do want to go kind of like right off of this. Gotta give ourselves a little bit of power to fly around on. There we go. And we'll come out to where the cool kids play. This is a 5x5. I don't have any bombs on me at all. Shocking. How am I having such a weird time remembering how to reload these? can't interact with it that way. I'm pretty sure I can't drop this on here. Oh, there we go. Basically, out here, we'll just say, you know what? Fully supported foundations, all corners at least, to get started. And then I think we'll say one storage container for inputting. All right, then we'll put up some walls. I'm thinking something straightforward, nothing huge. I like this idea of it just being 3 walls. Always zoop the longest edge. Like I keep saying, we're not going to get this whole thing built anyway. I should have gone 3 vertically, would have been the longest edge on that one. And a conveyor whole wall like that. Beautiful. Now, let's see if we can get this blueprint put in place a couple of times anyway. Missing industrial beams, 493. Oh boy. It's never good when you need a ton of industrial beams. We're gonna have to drop some stuff off. What can we drop off? Probably a good chunk of these motors. Whoop. Little extra boost there. Just to basically go across the street. Oh, that was almost a way to die. It's always better to enter the hyper cannon when you have full health. You can't go from full health to dead in a single fall. Which way is the arrow pointing? Oh, right back at us. Get close and then we can nudge it. We're going to sort that down. We know we've got a copy of this on. Yeah, we don't need a full boost by any means. We know we've got a copy of this on the designer. So that'll give us some crystal oscillators right there. Let's see. Crystal oscillators, thank you. No, 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 no. Crystal oscillators. Yeah, I'll take the quartz crystal. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but always something in need. Saving that just to be on the safe side. Or on the save side. Picking up 100 crystal oscillators isn't bad. I guess we kind of know that there's going to be 100 of them in there, though, don't we? And maybe a couple pipes. Then while we're over here, let's also check the... Actually, that gets us kind of close. Just over 200 away. This is actually going to be a very tall building. Now we're short on copper sheets of all things. Do we not have copper sheets connected? Maybe we need to connect copper sheets to the digital uploader. Let's double check on that while we're over here. Yeah. It's a pretty big oversight. One that we can normally rectify without too much effort. Oh, it's still 3,000 copper sheets. Okay, well, let's just take them all then. I thought I was being careful. we'll put 2 rows of copper sheets in here so we can squeeze in a little bit of cable. At some point, we will go grab that death crate, but not today. Well, maybe today. That's as close as we're gonna get. Oh, did I block this all the way off? No. Good, 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 good. Now, where's the actual place that I'm supposed to connect this power? Ah, it's over there. I see it. Well, if nothing else, it looks like the power part is connected correctly. And here's where you put in the compacted coal. Wait, what? The fact that I can change the direction of this lift is bad news. Uh-oh. Why would you do me like that? I don't understand what this problem is. Alright, it's only 9 times. I'm not gonna fret over it too much. It's just annoying. I mean, the coal's obviously there. This connection's obviously made. It truly is not letting me make this connection. I don't understand. And my understanding is made worse by the fact that it worked. It allowed me to fix it once, but won't allow me to fix it again. Yeah, that's definitely not the one we want to delete. Unless it is the one we want to delete. Now I don't know if any of it's working. I think I know what the problem is. I don't think this is going to fix it, but it's the thing I'm going to try. My guess is if I try to build this all in one shot, none of these will actually be connected. Yeah, as predicted, it's going to go straight through but not be connected. So I think the problem is that this little two-step connection isn't actually connected. I don't know what the fix to that is without completely redoing the blueprint. I mean, I know one answer is I would build the whole tower, which is what I'm going to do, and then rebuild these splitters and reconnect them. But I can't do that until we've got them all built. So that's going to take a second. We need concrete. Oh, okay. Concrete's the easy one. We need concrete and we need encased beams. And this time we did it without almost dying. Let's get halfway there on both. Sadly, I think I'm gonna have to redo all these lifts. This little sandwichy area is a problem. Oops. Oh man, we're about to get into a very, very bad place. Technically, I want 5 of these still. Oh, I'm comparing the wrong sides. That's why I'm having trouble. Ugh, all that because I actually had it incorrectly. So this little face doesn't match this one. It matches this one down here. That's what's going on. Four more of those is kind of tall. I'm having second thoughts about going quite that high, but I think I'll stick with it. That is a lot. What are we short on now? Copper sheets. At some point, we just have to kind of get to a place where we can actually build this with comfort. Those 4 things are the only 4 we're missing. We should be uploading all kinds of encased beams. Why is it not uploading? Oh, our uploader is just super slow. We can click in one more. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot there's nitrogen over there. Might be something interesting for us to do with that. I'm also seeing a yellow power slug. Let's not get distracted. We're here for plastic. Let's grab a little plastic and get out of here. There might not be any plastic for us to grab over here. The old section had plastic. This section has plastic only for the purposes of making containers. And we don't have enough polymer resin, probably because we're not making enough. We're not pulling enough fuel. So we've used all the plastic that's over here. Our packaged fuel is full. Okay. I'll pull a couple of these just to give it room. We've got the original spaghetti plastic. I think the problem is I built both the sea. I'm still thinking about that blueprint. I think the obvious problem is I built both the ceiling and the floor. Where normally I don't do that. Let's see how many of these crystal oscillators we have. I know we probably don't have the full 100, but... Oh, it's not even running. Short on cable. Always something over here. I might have to manually make some of these. It's only, well, crystal oscillators are actually a hard thing to make. And the quartz crystal are not really easy to deal with. Though, technically they do get uploaded. Let's make a few more. Oh boy. Crystal oscillators before we give up here. Crystal oscillators is the only thing we need. You know what? We might be able to bang a few of those out. That really didn't give us very much momentum at all. Yeah, we can make 78 crystal oscillators, which sadly still isn't enough. But let me pause it while we handcraft these, and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. And I just unplugged everything, so I can't hear you. Of course, I can never hear you because, you know, this is a recording. But, I mean, I can't hear the game. Let's see here. Much better. Okay, we handcrafted those crystal oscillators. Now we just need a good chunk of cable. Wow, that power reach is amazing. Kind of stuck now. Where did that dismantle crate come from? Use my F, go for blueprint, then target, click, and then click. Then we'll look for power. Somewhere around here there's a power connection going vertical. There it is. Okay. Technically, I could probably put in a test up here. I know it's going to be bad, though. And we've put in 3 walls high, right? So I could put that in as a reminder. Yeah, when you get the choice of direction on that type of thing, you know there's going to be a problem. Can't even get it to connect. Like, if I connect it here, I should at least see package fuel in this deletion. Okay, so that part worked. But it won't connect to this. Will it connect to anything? Something's beeping. I think I'm going to have to do a part 2 where I fix all this. I think the lesson learned here is don't sandwich your blueprint conveyor floor holes. I'm pretty sure that that's the actual issue. I'm pretty sure that's the actual issue. Now all I need is for a single lift to lift. I'm just checking to make sure that it is exactly where it needs to be in order to consider it connected. We technically don't need petroleum. We don't need it down here. It could be kind of interesting to... Let me think for a second. It would be a very small amount if we connected it here to have some available for pickup. I'm more concerned with will this actually drop packaged fuel? Okay, it's actually doing that part of it. None of it's splitting, but at least it's dropping it. Okay, well, we're going to take it from there. We'll come back next time, and basically we're going to have to rebuild these lifts, and then we're going to have to double check the blueprint to see what causes this, because we're going to have to change it on both sides, both the incoming and the outgoing. I guess now that we've built it all, we should test to make sure it actually works. All of the fuel is going into the first one? Oh no. This is like a double bad. How's it not splitting over here? So now only one of these refineries is okay. It finally kicked in. I was about to get extremely disappointed. And then the process would be delete the splitter, delete the belt, build the splitter, build the belt, build the belt. And then over here, this seems to be working. This seems to be working. Are we repackaging the turbo? And we're repackaging the turbo. And then that's coming out. And we're going to have to rebuild this line, but opposite. So it can go up. Okay. Some tweaking, but I think we got the basic build in place. We just, you know, trying to take advantage of splitters on the lift kind of found us a new problem, which is don't sandwich your conveyor lift holes, because that will cause a problem. It really doesn't have any idea what I'm trying to do. There's a dismantle crate over here somewhere. So it should be a nice, peaceful finishing of this in the next episode. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.